Hey, when is a baby carrot not a baby carrot?
Find out next on Junk Feud.
Aw, yeah, welcome to Junk Feud, the podcast about junk food, where we rate and review mystery treats to determine which one will be the undisputed champion of snacks. I'm your host, Mike. Alongside me, as always, Alyssa.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Liz.
I'm afraid for the calendar.
You're afraid for the calendar.
Yeah.
Why are you afraid for the calendar?
Its days are numbered.
Oh, no.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one. Hey, that was a dad joke, a joke you tell to your dad. If you'd like to submit a dad joke for Alyssa to tell me on the show, you can send it in to us via Twitter at JunkFeudPod or via email to junkfeudpod@gmail.com. Liz.
Yeah.
Welcome back once again to the world's yeetest podcast.
Yep.
Liz.
Yeah.
Holiday time is when you get all cozy in your homes and in your bodies, especially in your bodies, in the forms of some expanding waistlines. People maybe eat a little bit too much around the holidays.
Like you, Dad.
Hey, come on. And you know what happens, though? Every January, people make these pledges, these New Year's resolutions that they're going to get in shape. Gym memberships increase. People buy a lot of home workout gear. It's a whole diet starts Monday, that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what you can do to stay in shape over the holidays, Liz?
What can you do, Dad?
You can make good choices now for healthy foods to eat. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
What? Of course you did. That was a rhetorical question. And you know what?
What?
Your little brother Chase is here with us in the studio today.
Yeah.
And he was so excited about you doing the Junk Feud podcast that Chase asked me if he could do his own show called Health Feud, because he only likes to eat healthy foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Is he going to come over and say hi?
Would you like to say hello, Chase? Okay, come on over. Hurry up. Say hi. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Great job. Thanks, bud. See you later. Okay. And you know what, Liz?
What?
That reminds me of this week's snack.
What?
Up next on Junk Feud, it's carrots and ranch.
Carrots and ranch.
Liz, what do you know about carrots and ranch?
I know that they are very, very healthy.
Sure, and I think we should get this out of the way up front.
What?
Carrots and ranch is a healthy snack.
Yeah.
Yes, ranch dressing has lots of calories and lots of fat in it. And yes, a golf ball-sized serving, like 2 tablespoons worth of ranch dressing, is probably about the same nutritionally, calorically, as eating a chocolate chip cookie, like a big chocolate chip cookie.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of is. But according to a number of nutritionists and dietitians, most people are eating so few vegetables nowadays that anything that you can do to get them to eat more is usually offset. The negative implications of eating a bunch of ranch dressing is going to be offset by the positive implications of eating more vegetables. What do you think about that?
This is one of my favorite snacks.
I know this is one of your favorite snacks. We wanted to do this right up front, early on, season 1, because this is where we get most of our favorite snacks onto the show, and this is one you love.
Yeah, I love, vegetables and ranch.
You've been known to bring a little cup of ranch dressing in your lunchbox to school with some cut-up veggies to dip all day long.
Yeah, and basically I just share with the whole table.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing to do. Now, your favorite is celery, right?
Yeah, I love celery for some reason.
Well, what do you think those reasons are?
It just tastes like water.
It tastes like water?
Yeah.
You know, I've heard people call celery crunchy water.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
There's a myth about celery. Have you ever heard it? That it has negative calories? Have you ever heard that?
No.
The idea is that there are so few calories in celery, and it's mostly water, which has no calories, that the act of eating celery burns more energy than you're taking in by eating it.
Really?
Yeah, it's not true at all, but it's a funny thing that people say. And the other thing that people like to eat with ranch dressing, aside from celery, what do you think?
Carrots.
Yeah, of course, carrots, the world's second most popular vegetable, just behind potatoes. Did you know that?
I love potatoes. Potatoes.
Are potatoes good with ranch dressing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Have you ever seen like a big fluffy baked potato with ranch dressing drizzled on top of it?
Yeah.
I've never actually eaten it that way, but that's one of the things in one of the Hidden Valley Ranch commercials on television.
I've had it like that.
You've put ranch dressing on top of a potato?
A baked potato. When it was cut open, there was cheese and then ranch drizzled.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It was great.
Now, I can't imagine that people have been eating potatoes with ranch dressing on them for very long, but people have been eating carrots for a very long time. Carrots are probably about 5,000 years old, Liz.
I believe that.
Yeah, usually we say, hey, do you know what was going on in whatever year it was that the snack we're going to eat was invented? But I don't think I could even tell you what was going on 5,000 years ago.
Yeah, like, it's, oh, I learned this in school.
Okay.
It's past written history.
Past written history?
Yeah.
How long back does written history go? Refresh my memory.
I think it's like 2,900 BCE.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Yeah.
So that's almost 5,000 years ago.
About.
Yeah, just about.
I can't remember what the word is, but it's a word and it means before written history.
Do you mean prehistoric?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Prehistoric,
Like,
before history.
Today in social studies is my favorite class. I love that class.
Oh, I love to hear that.
This is where I learn all that stuff from.
Yeah.
Because he's the best teacher ever.
Well, in social studies with the best teacher ever, did you learn that carrots originated in what is now known probably as Afghanistan or Iran?
No.
Yeah, there were a bunch of different colored tap roots. They're, in fact, not all that different from a lot of weeds that grow, like Queen Anne's lace, which is kind of like a wild carrot.
Do we have a yellow carrot?
Have I ever had a yellow carrot?
No, are they a thing?
Oh, yeah, yellow carrots are a thing. In fact, there were lots of different colors of carrots. There were all these different cultivars that were a part of the parsley family, and they still exist in a number of different colors. In fact, you can find purple carrots. They're very popular at very nice restaurants. There were orange carrots and yellow carrots and white carrots and black carrots and purple carrots and all different colors.
Dad.
Yes, dear.
Did you know that for promoting food like veggies, they spray water on it to make it look fresh?
Oh, that's right. To make it look more attractive and shiny and glistening.
It works.
Did you learn that from our friend Chef Natalie, who is a food stylist?
No.
No, you knew this on your own?
No, I learned it on YouTube.
Oh, of course, where you learn everything.
Yeah.
Did you learn, Liz, on YouTube that there is a rumor that orange carrots, like the orange carrots that we have today, were selectively bred by the Dutch in the 17th century to honor William of Orange, who led the rebellion against Spain?
Who is William of Orange?
William of Orange led the rebellion against Spain.
Well,
in the Netherlands.
That's all that's important to him?
Well, he has a really big, long Wikipedia page, and in the notes I have written this one sentence that says, William of Orange led the rebellion against Spain.
Well, good job, Dad.
Yeah, he did a great job, too. He was eventually assassinated, so he did a great job, but only for a brief period of time.
Oh, he got killed?
Yeah, he sure did.
Who?
So, who assassinated William of Orange?
Yeah.
Well, you'll just have to read his Wikipedia article to find out, won't you?
Wikipedia takes forever.
Yeah, that's a good thing, social studies lover.
No, but like, Wikipedia is like scary.
So, well, I guess it's... Wait, Wikipedia is scary?
Yeah.
Go ahead, explain that one to me, please.
I don't know, just like, look up Wikipedia, and it's just like, whoa, it's a lot to read.
Yeah, you mean like the sum total of all human knowledge at your fingertips instantly?
Yeah.
I guess that can be kind of imposing, huh?
Like, I feel like you're at the top of the world.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that story about William of Orange that was on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like there's actually much evidence to support that story. It's probably more likely that orange carrots were sweeter and easier to eat. The Dutch were mixing the very predominant purple variant at the time with some lighter yellow carrots, and they got these orange carrots that we have today. It just happened to be a nice convenience that orange was the color of the Dutch flag at the time.
Oh.
Yeah. So aside from being the inspiration, or I should start that over. Aside from being associated with the namesake of William of Orange, there are some other applications of carrots around the world. What other things do you think you can do with carrots besides just, pulling them out of the ground and eating them?
You can cook them?
You sure can cook them. You can cook them into lots of other things too, like carrot cake, Liz.
Let me name.
Yeah, go ahead. Name some other things.
Like tomato soup?
Yeah, lots of tomato soup and tomato sauce recipes have carrots in them, both for the sweetness and the color.
I wanted to name.
Okay, go ahead.
Beef stew.
Beef stew has carrots in it,
Regular stew?
What? I'm sorry, what is regular stew?
I don't know.
What's the difference between beef stew and regular stew?
It doesn't have beef. Different meat.
Like a vegetable braise, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Chicken noodle.
Chicken noodle soup, that becomes important later. Hold that thought, go ahead.
Really?
Yeah, there's a story about chicken noodle soup later.
Ooh, let's get to that.
All right, well, we have to make our way onto it, and we have to talk about things like carrot cake. Did you know that carrot cake is the world's third most popular cake?
What's the first?
Chocolate cake.
Second?
I don't remember.
Probably vanilla.
I don't think it was, surprisingly enough. But carrot cake was number 3, and that's mostly because carrots are naturally sweet. They have lots of starches and sugars in them that present as sweetness on your palate.
Oh.
But today, Liz,
Yeah.
most people are eating not carrot cake, not tomato sauce with carrots in them, certainly not purple or yellow cultivars of carrots. They are eating baby carrots. Yeah, Liz, about 70% of all carrots sold in the United States right now are baby carrots.
We have baby carrots and a big carrot.
That's right. They're sitting right on the desk in front of us. Do you know what?
What?
I need to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's a baby carrot, Liz?
A baby carrot?
A baby carrot?
A baby carrot?
Is that like a carrot from the South? A baby carrot?
A baby carrot.
Or is it like a bear that's a carrot?
No. So like a baby carrot
Yeah.
is just like a big carrot shrunk, but it's like stubby
A big carrot that's shrunk and stubby.
without a like twisty thing.
Okay, well, you're not terribly off the mark here. This is a loaded question. It's a bit of a cheat. Here's the thing. A real baby carrot is a specially bred type of carrot. It is small and sweet and tender, and it still has a green stem attached to it. But that is not what most people think of when they think of baby carrots. What do you think they're thinking of? These things on the plate in front of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are actually baby cut carrots, which are not baby carrots at all, Liz.
What?
Yeah, they're just...
I've been lied to.
You have been deceived, young
By
lady.
you.
Bamboozled.
You told me those were baby carrots.
Well, they are now because that's what we call them. But these are just, what we think of as baby carrots now are just regular carrots that are cut down to a small size, peeled, and then tumbled until their edges are sanded off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, baby carrots were not grown this way, like we just said. They were invented. Baby carrots were invented by a guy named Mike. That's an excellent name. Mike Urasek. He's from the Bunny Love Farm in California, probably sometime around 1985 or 1986. What would happen, Liz, to Mike at the Bunny Love Ranch was that his big carrot crop would come in, and some of those carrots would be a little bit too ugly to sell. They wouldn't look good in a bag. They'd be short, stubby, cracked, bent, all of those sorts of things. So Mike couldn't sell those carrots to grocery stores and supermarkets, and he would have to take them and he would feed those rejected carrots to his pigs and his cattle. But the problem was, after some harvests, the cull, which are all the carrots that he couldn't sell, there were just too many of them. And he could only feed so many rejected carrots to pigs and cattle because after a while, the animal fat in those pigs and cattle started to turn orange, Liz, because they were eating so many carrots.
What?
Yeah, if you eat too many carrots, you can turn orange.
Is that true?
That's true. Carrots have beta-carotene, which is a naturally occurring pigment, which is orange.
Can we try to do that?
I mean, I guess you can if you don't want to pay for a spray tan.
Wait, do you want to try it?
Do I want to try eating carrots until I turn orange?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Probably that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Why? Will it like stay there forever?
I don't know, and we're not going to find out. And Mike didn't want to find out either because he got tired of feeding those orange carrots to his pigs and cattle, and he didn't want to throw them away either because he really was sort of like opposed to waste in his farming practices.
A carrot hoarder.
Well, instead of being a carrot hoarder, what he started doing was he would sell, this is the story about Campbell's chicken noodle soup. He would sell the excess carrots that were too ugly to send to grocery stores to Campbell's, who would chop them up into little cubes and they would freeze them to put into their condensed soups. So any of those little chunks of carrot that you see in some of those chicken noodle soups, for example,
are just waste?
Well, they were rejected carrots that were too ugly to sell. But here's the thing. Just like with the animals where he had too many carrots to feed to them, after a while, the soup companies had too many carrots in their long-term frozen storage. And they told Mike and farmers like him, don't sell us any more of these carrots. We have no place to put them. So Mike did the next best thing. He took a bean cutter and a potato peeler, things that normally you would have on a farm, and he started cutting his carrots into 2-inch sections. And then they were peeled and they were sort of, tumbled until they became smooth. And he sold the peeled and cut carrots to a local supermarket in California called Vons. And here's a weird thing that happened. Vons called him back immediately, like the next day, and said, from now on, we only want the baby carrots. They were a big hit, Liz.
Is that why we have them?
Yeah, that's why we have them. Before Mike invented baby carrots, people would eat about 6 pounds of carrots a year, give or take. Nowadays, people eat up to 14 pounds of carrots a year. That's more than double.
14 pounds?
Yeah, that's right. The big deal is that people were eating more carrots simply because they were cut into smaller pieces. There was nothing different about them. They were the same crop. They were the same ugly carrots you would get at rejected roadside produce stands. But
Around
Mike had
the entire world, only 14 pounds?
14 pounds of carrots every year for every person. That's a lot of carrots.
Oh, for each person?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have not most definitely eaten 14 pounds of carrots.
I think you might be surprised at how many carrots you eat a year, especially when you're dipping them in ranch dressing.
But I only eat like celery and ranch.
Well, I think you're going to eat some carrots today.
Well, yeah.
And maybe you'll eat enough for your skin to turn orange.
Can we? I actually really want to try that now.
Maybe that'll be an experiment for another time.
And maybe if I do it tonight, it can give me night vision.
Ah, you want to talk about night vision, Liz?
Segment switcher upper.
Segment switcher upper. Great one, kiddo.
Yeah.
So here's a funny thing. The same beta-carotene in the carrots that can turn animal fat orange is good for eyesight. Your body can convert beta-carotene into vitamin A, and that helps your body form these things called cone and rod cells that are in your eyes. And what those cone and rod cells do is they help you with your vision during the daytime. And in fact, if you have a vitamin A deficiency, you can get a condition called night blindness, where you can't see very well at night. So here's an interesting thing about vitamin A, Liz.
What?
Vitamin A is fat soluble. Do you know what that means?
No, but I thought it was just a myth.
Oh, well, we're going to get to that in just a second. Fat solubility is not a myth. That's a real thing. That just means to get the most benefits from the vitamin A that's in carrots, you need to eat it with something fatty like ranch dressing for your body to absorb it. So actually, the ranch dressing is helping you out.
With carrots?
With carrots, that's right.
Can't just eat a carrot.
You can just eat a carrot, but if you want your body to absorb more of the vitamin A, you have to eat it with something with fat in it, like ranch dressing.
Or like milk or yogurt.
Or milk or yogurt, sure, anything with a little bit of fat.
Yeah.
You could coat them in melted butter, that would be really nice.
Ew.
Like cooked carrots, I mean.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
I was going to be like, why would you just dip carrot in butter?
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be very good.
Like, I'm just imagining like that carrot right
Raw
there.
carrots with cold butter on them?
No, just like melted butter, but you just stick it in.
Melted butter and cold carrots.
Ew.
Yeah, that sounds pretty gross.
Ugh.
Well, yeah, that's an unfortunate pairing. And it is unfortunate also that eating carrots cannot actually give you night vision. That's an old wives' tale. A little bit of that is attributed to the fact that vitamin A is good for daytime sight, and if you don't get enough vitamin A, you could have night blindness, but most people get enough vitamin A in your diet. So here's another thing about that, Liz. You might have heard, we didn't do this a lot with you growing up, but certainly when I was young, my parents, and lots of adults at the time, would tell us to eat more carrots because it was good for your eyesight. A lot of that is based on the history of a multifaceted information operation undertaken by the British during World War II.
The Brits were flying an aircraft.
Yeah, so part of it was they were flying aircraft. Initially, and probably for the most part, it was to try to move people's eating habits away from certain foods that were rationed by convincing them that the vitamin A in carrots, which there were plenty of, would give them night vision during blackouts. Liz, do you know what blackouts were at the time?
When, like, it's reminding me of City of Ember.
City of Ember, go ahead.
It's like they live underground, yada yada, and like the lights will flicker on and off with the whole town, and you like can't see at all.
Oh, okay, that's a good thought. So a blackout was, in fact, a whole town turning the lights off. And in this case, they were doing that in Britain because there were air raids where there were bombers flying overhead and dropping bombs on targets. And the idea was, if you turned off all the lights in the city, it would be more difficult for the bombers to pick out certain targets and to hit things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they wanted to keep it dark. So they would say, if you eat lots of carrots, the vitamin A in the carrots will give you better night vision during blackouts. Now, at the same time, there was an interesting thing that was happening, which was that the British Royal Air Force pilots were racking up kills in the air. They were shooting down other planes. And the local Ministry of Information was telling people that it was because the pilots ate so many carrots that they were so good at seeing enemy aircraft.
See, because of the carrots.
Because of the carrots. Now, it wasn't true. It was possibly some subterfuge, a little bit of distraction. They were trying to distract, in fact, the Germans from the idea that the Brits were flying aircraft that had onboard radar. They didn't think the Germans knew this at the time, that there was radar on the aircraft itself, and that's what the pilots were actually using to see the planes. It wasn't because they had super eyesight from eating a bunch of carrots. Yeah, now the Smithsonian says that the Germans likely knew that airborne radar was possible, and they probably would have been able to detect it anyway, but just like William of Orange, this is a good story even if it's maybe just a coincidence.
So it's basically just a bunch of gullible people.
Well, I think large populations in general are gullible if they're told something over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I was told over and over and over again when I was a kid?
What?
I was asked a question. Do you know what that question is?
Nope.
What's up, Doc?
What?
Why are you making that face? Do you know who says that?
I feel like that's like that Marty guy.
That Marty guy? Oh, like Doc, like Marty McFly because he's saying Doc?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe Marty did say what's up, Doc to Doc Brown. But you know who else said what's up, Doc?
Who?
Bugs Bunny.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, Bugs Bunny very famously would stand around with a big carrot, chomp on it with his big rabbit teeth, and say, "What's up, Doc?" in that inimitable voice of Mel Blanc, who did the voice of Bugs Bunny and most of the other Looney Tunes characters as well.
It's almost like a very high-pitched voice, but it has like a little...
Yeah, it's got a little bit of gruffness, a little bit of city accent to it.
What's up, Doc?
And in fact, that affectation probably comes from a 1943 film called It Happened One Night, where Clark Gable, a very famous actor at the time, was standing next to a fence and he was eating carrots and he was talking with his mouth full. And Mel Blanc and Tex Avery and Bob Gibbons and all those other guys that did Looney Tunes saw the movie, and then they modeled a new character after Gable's mannerisms, and that was Bugs Bunny.
I want to like recreate that scene.
Yeah, I know. It's a really fun thing to do. Anytime I had a big carrot when I was little, I would take a giant chomp out of it with my mouth full, spraying little chunks of orange carrot all over the place and saying, "What's up, Doc?"
Ew.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Can I do that?
Do you want to do it right now?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's hear it. I want to hear your best Bugs Bunny, a character
Wait,
that you do not know.
Move my microphone that way I don't like. Will you do it too?
No, you're going to do it. No. Take a bite of the carrot. You're not breaking a piece off. Go. Come on. This is it.
I can't break it. I can't break it.
And say the line.
Hold on. I need to tell you what first. What's up, Doc?
Well, okay.
I can't do it. It's falling out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's exactly what Bugs Bunny does.
What's
Liz-
up, Doc?
Well, that was a little better until you choked. Liz, did you know that rabbits probably actually do like carrots?
Really?
Yeah, they most likely don't like it for the taste, although I've never actually asked a rabbit what he thinks about a carrot. But rabbits have these really long teeth, and they grow continuously. They don't stop growing. So rabbits need to eat hard foods to sort of grind their teeth down to a manageable size.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know why we like eating carrots, Liz?
Why?
Well, I don't know for sure, but I think part of it is that carrots are very crunchy. They are a very excellent sensory snack.
They are.
Yeah, big crunch in a carrot. In fact, there was a girl in high school, one of your mom's friends. She liked to crunch on carrots for the feeling and the sound, but she didn't like the taste, so she would just bite the carrots, chew them up, and then spit them out.
That's what I do.
Yeah, shout out to Danielle.
Who's that?
That's the girl from high school that liked to chew the carrots.
She probably doesn't even listen to us.
Well, we won't know until she hears this episode and then
Send us a message if you do.
sends us a message. That's right. You know what else? Carrots have really great marketing. There's a company called Bolthouse Farms, which, Liz, coincidentally or not, this is the farm that bought out Mike Yurisek's Bunny Love Farm, the farm that invented baby carrots.
Really?
Yeah, and Bolthouse Farms was run by a former executive from the Coca-Cola company, and he wanted to do for carrots what Coca-Cola had done for fizzy sugar water, which was to convince a whole bunch of people all around the world to consume more of it. He said, I've already convinced everybody that they should drink Coca-Cola. There's no more people that need to drink Coke than already drink Coke. But more people need to eat carrots. And so there was a big push from a marketing campaign by an ad firm called Crispin, Porter, and Boguski. This was in 2010. And they said of carrots, eat them like junk food.
Eat them like junk food.
Yeah, eat them like junk food. They put carrots in vending machines. They put Sesame Street characters on little plastic bags that carrots were individually wrapped in. They started stocking them in the snack sections of 7-Eleven. Guess what, Liz?
What?
It worked.
Really?
Yeah, baby carrots were so easy to eat like junk food. And they said the 3 A's, accessibility, availability, and affordability, according to a Harvard Business Review article, made all the difference in the marketplace. The campaign was so successful, in fact, that Campbell's, the soup company, which used to buy Mike's rejected carrots to put in chicken noodle soup, acquired Bolthouse Farms just 2 years later.
Look, just pop them in like junk food.
Yeah, that's right. The success of this campaign meant that a lot more people were eating veggies like a snack, and they were usually eating them in the form of we've used this word on the show before, Liz, a crudité.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, crudité. What do you think crudité is?
Put it in a sentence.
Take a look at this lovely crudité on the table before us here.
Presentation?
It's really just raw veggies, Liz.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the French word for a raw vegetable appetizer from the Latin crudus that just means like uncooked or raw things.
Oh.
And usually when you have a relish tray or veggies and dip, like most people call it now, a crudité, it's usually served with a vinaigrette or in many cases now, Liz, ranch dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, ranch dressing. What, please tell me, what exactly is ranch dressing? What is the flavor of ranch dressing?
I have to eat it to know the flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've eaten it lots of times before. What do you think it tastes like? What are the flavors of ranch dressing?
Well, in the one that I like, there's veggies in it.
Uh-huh.
There's chopped up carrots.
Sure.
Chopped up celery.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like, what's that stuff?
Well, those are probably dried herbs and spices, mostly because ranch dressing, at least the way we consume it now, is usually some creamy component, mayonnaise, buttermilk, sour cream, an herbaceous component, which is usually dill, also some parsley and thyme, and then sort of like a sharpness or a pungency from alliums like onion and garlic, and then a peppery component, which is usually black pepper. So It's all of those things sort of smushed together. And, despite the relative newness or novelty of ranch dressing, at least to our perception, it's been a common flavor profile around the world. So there's aiolis and Alfredo sauces, Caesar dressing, onion dips. They're all similar.
That's a lot.
Yeah, Semyon Norsrat, who wrote a book called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, would say that it has those 4 components in it. Salt, fat, acid, and heat.
Acid?
Acid, like sort of an acidity. You get a little tang from the buttermilk, that kind of thing. Yeah, and in fact, when we say that this flavor profile had been prevalent around the world, there is some evidence that cowboys in Texas, Liz, had been making a buttermilk-based dressing for a long time.
Really? Was that ranch?
Well, it was sort of like the progenitor to ranch. There's at least one recipe that dates back to 1937, but in the modern telling of the creation myth of ranch dressing, it was in 1949 that a guy named Steve Henson moved from Nebraska to Alaska to be a plumbing contractor.
A plumbing tractor?
Plumbing contractor, dear.
Oh, I thought you said a plumbing tractor.
What exactly would a plumbing tractor do?
Let me explain.
Oh, go ahead, please.
A plumbing tractor would be it would go from door to door, plunging your toilets. And they would be like a plumbing guy. It would be this one guy in his van, and he would go from house to house, and he would help you. But the trick was, it wasn't a van, actually. It was a tractor.
Wow.
And on the back of the tractor, just like one of those regular John Deere tractors, would be just the back would be full of plungers.
Plungers, sure, because he's a plumber.
Yeah.
Well, Steve was a plumber in Alaska, and you know what else he was, Liz?
What?
He was occasionally the cook for the crew of plumbing tractors. Now you've got me saying it.
We'll add that to our dictionary, too.
Yeah. So this guy, Steve, he was the cook for the crew of plumbing contractors that moved out to Alaska. And while he was there, he used what was probably an old family recipe and iterated on that until he had invented a new salad dressing to feed to the crewmates there. And it was made mostly from dried herbs and spices because that was kind of all you could get out in the Alaskan bush. There were no fresh ingredients. So he came up with this salad dressing and he fed it to his crew to keep them happy and to make sure that they ate their vegetables.
Oh.
Liz.
Yeah.
What else was going on in 1949? Do you know?
No.
Nothing. No ideas whatsoever.
1949?
1949, yeah.
No.
Okay, so let's go through it.
Who was alive then? Anyone we know?
Probably no one that you know.
That you know?
1949. Maybe some people that I know. Well, here are some things that happened in 1949. NATO was established in the post-war period. Do you know what NATO is?
Yep.
You know what NATO is?
Yeah.
Okay, what's NATO?
NATO is some of the... Is it states or countries?
They're countries, but you can also call countries states.
Like the different... We're just going to call them states.
Okay.
Like some of the states combined into this one thing. So if there's ever a world war, we would all work together to fight who's trying to start the war.
Wow, really? Good job. That's right. NATO is a collective defense alliance.
So
nice
smart.
Work. So smart.
Guess where I learned that?
Social studies?
No.
No? Also YouTube, right?
No, it was you. You told me this.
I told you what NATO was?
Yeah.
All right. Well, great job, me.
Good job, Dad.
That's right.
High five for effort.
Here's some other things that happened. The book 1984 was published for the first time. The first Polaroid camera came to market. The first Emmy Awards were aired on television lists.
What's an Emmy Award?
Emmy Awards are awards for excellence in television production.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. The NBA was founded.
What about the WNBA?
Not quite yet. That's a little bit later.
Mm.
The play Death of a Salesman debuts in New York City. Do you know who Willie Loman is?
Nope.
Nope. Well, do you know who Wile E. Coyote is?
Yeah.
Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner had their debut in a cartoon called Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, and also the People's Republic of China was founded in 1949.
Wow.
Yeah. So here's what Steve was doing in 1949. He was working real hard as a plumber, and in fact, he worked so hard that he made so much money that he retired to California at the age of 35.
On his plumber tractor?
On his plumber tractor, yeah. And he took that tractor, Liz, to a place in California called the Sweetwater Ranch in 1956.
Is that where they got the name?
Sweetwater Ranch?
Like from ranch?
Oh, well, yes it is, because after he purchased the Sweetwater Ranch in 1956, he renamed it to the Hidden Valley Ranch.
Hidden Valley, that's what we have in that cup, and it looks a bit yellow.
Stay focused here, please.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So the Hidden Valley Ranch was intended to be a working ranch, but what really happened was it became more popular as a hangout and a steakhouse than anything else, and Steve Henson and his wife Gail put his famous salad dressing from Alaska on the menu, and the guests liked it. They would put it on everything that they made at the Hidden Valley Ranch Steakhouse.
Yep.
Some people even started carrying it home in mayonnaise jars. They would ask Steve to make extra batches of it for them.
Really? Why wouldn't they just buy it?
Well, because it wasn't sold anywhere yet. He was the only person that made it, and he only made it at his restaurant.
Oh.
So what happened after that, when they realized how popular the ranch dressing was, he started to make batches for a friend of his to sell at the nearby Cold Spring Tavern, which I think is still in operation today, and opened in 1868 as a stagecoach stopless. So after he sold a batch to his friend at the Cold Spring Tavern, by the next year he was making dried flavor packets, because he couldn't keep enough mayonnaise and buttermilk and things like that on hand. So he just took those dried herbs and spices, put them into little packets, and he was selling them in stores for 75 cents each. You just added your own mayonnaise and buttermilk. And then after that, in the 60s and 70s, he was selling these flavor packets via mail order. So the Hidden Valley Ranch, which was originally his retirement spot, turned into a restaurant for a short period of time, and then a mail order food distribution hub.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he was again so successful that in 1972, he sold the rights to Hidden Valley Ranch salad dressing to the Clorox Company for $8 million.
Like the cleaning?
Yeah, like bleach. Clorox bleach.
Oh.
Owned Hidden Valley Ranch.
Does it still?
I'm not sure, but you know what?
What?
Steve didn't care because he got to retire again.
Wow.
Yeah, and in the intervening years, Clorox reformulated the recipe a bunch of times, and then by 1983, we had a shelf-stable version. And to date, there have been more than 70 different varieties of ranch.
70 different?
70 different types of ranch. But the popularity of ranch in the United States really skyrocketed in 1986 with the introduction of Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yep.
And now it has become a quintessentially American flavorless ranch dressing, for better or worse, is associated with the United States of America.
I have these really good veggie straw, and they're like ranch flavored.
Yeah, ranch veggie straws are delicious. And in fact, Liz,
What?
there is a little bit of an appetite for ranch dressing flavored snacks in other countries. If you go overseas and you try to buy Cool Ranch Doritos, you can get them, but they're called Cool American Doritos or Cool Original Doritos. Yeah, that's right. And ranch, in fact, is very, very popular around the world, but especially in the United States, where we put ranch on everything, Liz.
Yeah.
It's the best-selling salad dressing in the country since 1992, and it's not looking back. 40% of Americans say it's their favorite dressing, and the next closest is Italian with a measly 11%. Everybody loves ranch.
Everybody loves ranch.
There are ranch-flavored snacks of every type. We just talked about ranch veggie straws. People are renting ranch fountains at their weddings.
Ew.
Yeah, there's even a ranch-flavored soda, Liz.
I love ranch, but that's a bit far.
Yeah, do you want to hear a bit far? Because The Simpsons did it first, just like with everything else. In The Simpsons, Homer has a hallucination, a dream. He's got a concubine, and he says something like, I grow tired of your suggestive dancing. Bring me my ranch dressing hose. And in his dream, he just has a hose that sprays ranch dressing into his mouth.
Just like our pizza sauce.
That's right, just like the pizza sauce hose at Manco's. Liz, there are people with ranch dressing tattoos.
What?
Yeah, there's a restaurant in St. Louis called Twisted Ranch. They have 31 different varieties of ranch dressing there, and every dish they make, even the drinks, has some kind of ranch dressing in it, or ranch flavoring.
Wow.
Liz, we talked about our friend Chef Natalie earlier.
Yeah.
She's originally from the Midwest. Do you know what they do in the Midwest with ranch, Liz?
They put it on pizza.
They put it on pizza. Do you know how this started?
No, but I know that I like ranch on pizza.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that like ranch on pizza. Most of them kind of in the heartland of America there.
Do you?
I'm on the fence about it. I wouldn't put it over the top of a hot slice of cheese pizza, but maybe if I had some leftover pizza bones, some crusts, I would maybe dunk them in some ranch if it was around. So the way this started, according to Domino's Pizza, is that they started selling chicken wings in 1994, the Domino's company. And they started sending little cups of ranch with the wings, but the customers started dipping the pizza directly into the ranch instead. And I think that makes sense. It's there. Pizza is tangy, sometimes a little bit spicy. The ranch has some creamy and herby notes like we talked about before, and it rounds out all the flavors. Now, like I said, Liz, not everyone agrees. And I was a little bit on the fence about it. But I think the general sentiment from ranch haters is if your pizza needs ranch dressing, then you should find a new pizza. It wasn't good enough to begin with.
Oh.
Yeah, in fact, there was a restaurant in Texas that would only give you a side of ranch dressing if you paid them $1,000.
What?
Yeah, it was kind of like a marketing and publicity stunt. They had a bottle of ranch dressing in a cabinet on the wall in the pizza place, and they said, in case of emergency, pay $1,000, break glass, something like that. And
Did anyone do it?
Well, yeah, eventually somebody did pay the $1,000 and they donated the money to charity, and they gave them the 5-year-old expired bottle of ranch dressing that had been up on the wall.
Wow.
That's pretty funny.
Bet that tasted good.
Yeah, I don't think I would eat 5-year-old expired ranch dressing. That wouldn't be my favorite.
Yeah.
You know what is my favorite, though?
What?
My favorite part of the show.
Alyssa reads the ingredients.
Alyssa reads the ingredients list.
Yeah.
This is going to be the easiest one yet. What are the ingredients in carrots?
Carrots.
Carrots, that's right.
Water. Carrots.
Just carrots. Carrots are carrots.
But how do carrots grow? Water.
Sure.
And
That's
sunlight.
right. Water and sunlight, just like any other plant, right?
Yeah.
How does ranch dressing grow?
From people that make it.
Absolutely. And can you tell me now, by reading the ingredients, what they make ranch dressing from?
Here we go. Vegetable oil, soybean and or canola oil, water, sugar, salt, non-fat buttermilk, egg yolk, natural flavors, less than 1% of spices, garlic, dried onion, dried vinegar, phosphoric acid?
Phosphoric acid, very good.
I don't know that word.
Xanthan gum.
Yeah. Modified food starch, monosodium glutamate.
Hey, remember what monosodium glutamate is?
Nope.
MSG.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Artificial flavor, disodium phosphate,
Disodium phosphate.
sorbic acid, and calcium disodium, EDTA, added to preserve freshness, disodium inosate, and guanylate.
Guanylate. So there are some things in there that sound like food, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
But we did see all the stuff we would expect. Salt, fat, acid, heat, monosodium glutamate, MSG for that really nice pop of umami flavor.
Yeah.
All the things that make food taste good.
Yep.
Well, I guess it's time to find out how good it actually tastes. Let's get to the rules of the game, Liz.
Yeah.
Junk Feud is a culinary clash to see which treat will be crowned the undisputed champion of snacks. It's a king of the mountain style battle in which the reigning champ takes on a new challenger each week to see which snack reigns supreme. Liz.
Yeah.
The reigning, defending, undisputed champion of snacks is...
Movie theater popcorn.
Movie theater popcorn. This is going to be its third title defense. It defeated Toxic Waste Slime Lickers all the way back in September, and then Cheez-Its just last week. Liz, I'm kind of bummed about Cheez-Its. I love Cheez-Its, but I don't think they had a chance against the juggernaut that is movie theater popcorn.
Yeah.
No, but maybe our challenger today will, because today, Liz,
What?
we're trying baby carrots.
Yep.
Yeah, just baby carrots in a bag from the grocery store, and we're also going to try the original in quotes, because Clorox has reformulated the recipe a number of times, and Whoever owns it now probably added their little spin on it, but we are going to try Hidden Valley Ranch, the original authentic ranch dressing.
Yep.
But wait, Liz.
What?
What's this?
Is this a run-in?
It's a run-in. Is that Marzetti's music? Yes, it is a run-in from Marzetti's Ranch Dip. I think, and I know you agree, this is a superior choice for dipping vegetables, Liz.
My favorite all time.
The ranch veggie dip just has a better mouthfeel. It's a little bit thicker. It's got some cream and some other heavier ingredients in it. So we're going to find out which one we like better.
Tastes so good.
It's good. It's definitely good. We're going to find out how good in just a moment because...
It's crunch time.
It's crunch time. We rate our snacks using a tier list from sprinkles to fun dip.
Sprinkles to fun dip.
So snacks can be graded A, B, C, D, or F. The very best treats will earn the elusive S tier ranking. The following contest is scheduled for 1 serving.
And 1 serving.
And is for the undisputed championship of junk food.
Junk food.
Let's grab a carrot.
Okie dokie. This.
Yeah, so we have no packaging today, but you can see, if you look at these baby carrots list that we're looking at right now,
it's furry.
It's not furry. It's just been out a little while, so it's a little bit slightly dehydrated on the exterior.
It's okay, but
you can see how these might have been like rejected carrots. There's still a little bit, even though these are cut into 2-inch sections, there's still a little bit of the original features of the carrots. And you have there in front of you
the ranch.
2 ramekins, one containing Hidden Valley Ranch, the original, which I'm going to dip in now, and the other with the Marzetti's Ranch dip. Now, here's the problem with the original Hidden Valley Ranch dressing. It's not really designed as a veggie dip. It's a salad dressing, a topping. So it's not really designed to be
really
thick and to
thin.
stick and stand up. Yeah. It's thinner than we would expect for a dip for a crudité.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, very big crunch.
Wow, that is good.
Yeah.
You know what? It's so ubiquitous. You have ranch so often that you forget just what a great bunch of flavors coming together ranch dressing is. You can sense that pop from the MSG. There's a little bit of a garlic note in the background. The creaminess, the fattiness carries all the flavors across your tongue. It sort of like coats your mouth.
Oh, no.
And you've dropped your whole carrot into the ranch dressing. Oh, my goodness.
At least it'll be coated.
It's definitely coated, and so are your fingers. That's disgusting. So I'm looking at this ranch dressing right now, and you can see like the shimmer of the oil right across the top, right across the surface of it. You can see the little dried herbs floating in it, just suspended in I guess it's a colloidal mixture. I don't know. My chemist friends will have to let me know.
Yeah.
I'm going to try one more of Hidden Valley Ranch before we move on to Marzetti's.
Okay, I'm just going to get mine ready, because I love this one. Still as good as you remember from a second ago?
Yeah, the second bite is still as good as the first. I mean, there's something very basic about Hidden Valley Ranch dressing, I think because that's the one that everybody knows and uses. It's not really elevated. There's nothing special about it. It's not like a very fancied up ranch like you might get at a fine restaurant that wants to sort of make a play on the traditional flavor combination, but it's still very good.
Ready?
Yeah, now let's try the veggie dip.
All right, ready?
So immediately looking at it, you can see it's a little chunkier. There are
so much thicker. I can
There are other components. Here. It stands up on the edge of the carrot. It forms like a little soft peak, like if it was a meringue.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. And you are doing in your chair right now, I should say. You are doing in your chair right now your happy food dance. Yeah. I love to see that. You're doing the Arsenio Hall arms, which you will have no frame of reference for whatsoever.
No clue.
Yep. You're taking another bite. I'm going to do one more dip here in the ranch dip.
I feel like these are easier to eat than the carrot. They go down smoother.
I have to say, Mike Urasek really hit on something here when he decided to cut carrots into 2-inch pieces. Because it is like the perfect bite. It's exactly bite-sized. You can take 1 bite if you want. You can take 2 bites if you like. You shouldn't double dip like you're doing right now. Come on, there was an entire Seinfeld episode about this.
I forgot it even.
You're still dancing. I think you like carrots and ranch quite a bit, Liz. I don't know. There might be an upset brewing here.
What?
I don't know. I mean, I'm speculating, of course. All right, are we ready to hit the bliss point?
You do that.
I can't do it on my own. This is a show for both of us.
You start.
So what do you think? Let's talk about the carrots first, just by themselves. A carrot, a raw carrot to snack on a veggie dip tray. What do you think about just a raw carrot? Where would you grade a carrot by itself?
B+.
B+ for the carrot. Wow, that's great. That's a really good score for a raw vegetable that came out of the ground.
Well, I hope it's washed.
Well, yeah, of course. But I think that's pretty appropriate. A carrot as a snack is wonderful. It's serendipitous. It's self-contained. It's crunchy. It's loud. It's very pleasing to eat. It has positive associations with pop culture through Bugs Bunny and information op around the war effort. It tastes good. Carrots have a natural sweetness to them. There's no bitterness there like you would get with some other raw vegetables. It's a little bit earthy, but not overly so. It's not. Someone described to me the taste of a beet the other day, this is kind of like something your mom says, where they said a beet tastes like dirt smells, and people don't want to eat dirt, which is why more people eat carrots than beets, I guess. But carrot doesn't have any of that. It's just a nice snack. You could be walking by the fridge, and if you're feeling a bit peckish, you grab a handful of baby carrots and you just munch on your way. Very good. I would say, I don't think I'm willing to go as high as a B+, but I would definitely say a carrot is a B snack for me. I think you're right on. We're real close to each other there.
Yeah, I've got mine with the ranch.
Now let's talk about the ranch dressings. I want to see what you think about Hidden Valley Ranch, the original ranch salad dressing.
When I was little, that was the only thing that I would ever put on my salad.
That's right.
So, just the ranch?
Yeah, just tell me about just the ranch for right now.
Like, if I would eat, just a spoonful of it?
I don't know, would you?
Probably not.
Well, regardless, how would you rate it?
B+.
B+ for the ranch dressing. So B+ for the carrot, B+ for the ranch dressing. I would say, Liz, Hidden Valley Ranch, just ranch dressing on its own, as a junk food to me is an A-level treat.
Really?
I think the alchemy that they've got going in here with this mixture of flavors, this abomination, this assault on nature by taking all of these dried herbs and spices and mushing them together with mayonnaise and buttermilk, just works for some reason. I think part of that reason is MSG, but it works. So I'd say carrots B, Hidden Valley Ranch A, and then I would give the ranch veggie dip by itself a slightly lower score. I would say B+ for that, by itself, because I don't think that the veggie dip by itself has the same flavor profile as Hidden Valley Ranch. I think there's something like vaguely off about it, just a little bit chemically, a little bit different. But Now here's the thing. So we've got carrots B, Hidden Valley Ranch A for me, veggie dip B+. What do you think the veggie dip is for you? Because you've given B+ to all three things.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, together,
A.
Carrots and ranch together is an A for you.
Yes.
I think also carrots and ranch together is an A for me. I think the ranch dressing, whether it's the veggie dip itself or even the thinness of the Hidden Valley Ranch, elevates the humble carrot to an A-level snack.
Same.
So we have to decide now. Do we think carrots and ranch is a better snack than movie theater popcorn?
I have my opinion.
I want to hear it. I want to know what your opinion is.
I want to hear yours first because I always go first.
You want to hear me first? Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing. Carrots and ranch is such an excellent snack. And in my mind, it's buoyed by being ostensibly a healthy treat. We talked about that before. You're
Health
eating a
Feud.
vegetable. It's health food, yes. You're eating a vegetable. If you have to slather it in some mayo glop with MSG in it to make sure that you eat your carrots,
go ahead.
I'm willing to accept that. That's right. Go ahead. What would you say? Help yourself? Carrots and ranch. Help yourself.
Hidden Valley Ranch. Help yourself.
Very good. Thank you very much. I was waiting for you to do that.
I wasn't even thinking of that.
But I don't think I can put it over movie theater popcorn.
Me either.
Oh.
You know what I'm going to do when I go downstairs?
You're going to make some popcorn.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I'm going to watch Mean Girls.
You're going to make popcorn and watch Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Lady, it is a school night. You're not doing any of that.
I'm still making the popcorn, though.
So look, this was a valiant effort. I think Carrots and Ranch was a true underdog story here. A white meat baby face from the other side of the tracks coming across to take on the big bad challenger of movie theater popcorn, but Liz.
What?
Your winner, and still reigning defending undisputed champion of snacks, movie theater popcorn.
Movie theater popcorn.
Man, this was a good competition, though. This was probably the best fight of the series so far, I think.
Wait, Dad.
Yeah, bud.
Which would you prefer, Carrots and Ranch or Cheez-Its?
Oh, I think for the complexity and the nutritional value, I would take Carrots and Ranch.
Me too.
Yeah, I think so too. Wow, interesting, because Cheez-Its is like a great crunchy salt snack.
Yeah.
But Carrots and Ranch is a superior crunchy salt snack.
Yeah.
Because there is a big hit of salt and sodium in this ranch dressing.
Okay, segment switcher-upper.
Segment switcher-upper.
Hit you with the segment switcher-upper.
Liz.
Bow.
It's the Oreo rule.
Yeah.
But it's not the Oreo rule because we don't actually have any yet. But Snickerdoodle Oreos, Liz, are rumored to be back for the holiday season.
Really?
Yeah, they are. I haven't seen them on store shelves yet, but There is a rumor that they're coming back. Now, this is not, again, a brand new Oreo. It's a reissue, but I like Snickerdoodles. I like the Snickerdoodle flavor profile. I don't think I had them the last time they were out, so I'd like to see how that tastes.
Me too.
So that's an important question in my mind. What do Snickerdoodle Oreos taste like? You know what is also an important question, Liz?
What?
The same question we ask each and every week. Can you deep fry this week's snack?
Will it deep fry?
Will it deep fry? Do you think you can deep fry carrots?
I mean, I guess, but
Yeah.
that would be weird.
Kinda. I mean, in Japanese cuisine, there's this stuff called tempura. You know what that is. They're the sort of battered and fried vegetables.
Yeah.
You could do like a very thin carrot stick tempura. That would be good.
Yeah.
And of course, Liz,
What?
deep fried ranch dressing does exist.
Really?
Yeah, and of course, as always, it's at the State Fair of Texas.
Can we go there?
Maybe someday. I don't know. I haven't been to Texas in a while.
You should go and check it out first.
You want me to go and do a scouting trip to the State Fair of Texas and find some deep fried ranch for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what we're going to do first?
What?
We're going to hit the back of the box.
Back of the box.
And we have a special one today, Liz. It's time to check out the back of the box, a weekly segment where we play a little game. Alyssa, would you like to play a little game?
I would love to play a game.
Okay, I've got a good one for you. This week's segment on the back of the box is called Try Hard.
Try hard.
Liz, on Try Hard, we try a food that we know we're not going to like.
Wait. Oh, you have it.
I have, in my possession,
Ew.
something that we talked about during spooky season, Liz. I found these in a Walgreens in Maryland.
Ew.
This is Brock's Tailgate Candy Corn. Oh no, I am so worried about this. Liz, this is a special limited edition flavor pack. It's themed around foods you might find at a sports tailgate, and it's football season, so we're going to try all of these flavors. Here they are. Are you ready? There is fruit punch candy corn. Okay, that could be good, right?
Yeah.
Vanilla ice cream candy corn.
Oh, that could be
Probably not all that different from regular candy corn, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
There is popcorn flavored candy corn.
Oh, that just makes me think of the popcorn jelly bean.
I
Ugh.
love those popcorn jelly beans.
You do?
Buttered popcorn is my second favorite Jelly Belly jelly bean.
Ew.
Yeah.
What's your first?
Toasted marshmallow, of course.
Oh, my favorite's the watermelon. Those are really good.
Yeah, those are great too. I like those a lot because if you bite into them, the cross section looks like a watermelon because the shell is green but the inside's red. Now, Liz, here's the problem.
What?
In addition to those three, there are also two flavored candy corns in this pack that I do not expect to be good.
What?
Hamburger and hot dog flavored candy corn. Oh no.
Ew.
The online reviews for this pack list, they have been savage.
Savage? Where'd you learn that word?
That's a real word. It's not just a thing that kids say.
Well, they do, though.
It's an actual word that
I know.
that people have been using for a long time.
But they use it in like a weird way now.
All right, so look, I have one of each flavor here for you. Now, I'm going to line them up in the order in which I think you will like them, because I'm guessing at what these flavors are based on some early reviews that I saw and what the flavors look like.
Okay.
So, oh boy.
Are you tricking me? I'm scared.
I'm not. I'm eating them too. We're doing this together.
Okay, line them up in the same order.
I'm going to line mine up in the same order as yours. So we have fruit punch first.
How do you know which is which?
Then I had to look this up because it doesn't really tell you on the bag. Then there's vanilla ice cream.
Wait, don't tell me because I kind of want to guess.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you then. I'm just going to say that the nasty ones are at the end.
Well, I can see.
Yeah. All right, let's try it out. Pick up the red one. That's fruit punch. Let's see what it tastes like.
'Kay.
Oh, good grief.
Okay. Ew.
Oh, so all right. Well, it's not good. The fruit
It tastes
punch.
like medicine.
Yeah, the fruit punch candy corn has that very distinct candy corn texture and a little bit of the candy corn flavor, but then there's like a hard hit of,
Ugh.
I don't even know what to call it. It's cherry. It's just like a generic berry flavor dominated by cherry, but it's very artificial. All right, that was bad. I didn't like that.
Ugh.
Okay,
I'm
you didn't
gonna-
even eat the whole thing. You have a pile of half-chewed food on the desk next to you.
Yes.
That's disgusting.
Okay.
All right, vanilla ice cream candy corn. This one I think will be okay.
Okay, I don't know the last three in order, so don't tell me.
Okay.
Okay, I like
What-
this one.
It's not terrible, but it's not good either.
What is it again?
That one was vanilla ice cream. It's got the very basic, honey butter sugar, just like overtly sweet candy corn flavor, but then it tries to have a vanilla, like a smooth, creamy vanilla hit at the end, but it just
tastes like the vanilla syrup.
yeah, it's more like sour milk to me than anything else.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it that much. Oh man, those were the ones I thought were going to be good.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
The two we just ate were the ones we thought were going to be good.
All right, let's try this one. I'm going to tell you what this one is. It's popcorn.
Okay.
Because we already talked about it. Here we go. Popcorn candy corn from the Brock's Tailgate Mix.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's absolutely disgusting.
Oh, that was very bad. Oh, no. I wanted to like that one, too. Oh, take a drink.
Oh, that's gross. Oh, it hits hard at the end.
Oh, there was never a point where that tasted like popcorn. There's sort of like a vaguely coconutty flavor to it. Did you pick that up?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gagging. Oh, no.
Oh, that's so bad.
All right, that was really gross. Oh, yeah. I don't like that. It had this, it tastes like coconut and then like a weird chemical ping at the end.
Ew.
All right, now here's the problem list that we're facing.
All the ones that we thought were gonna be good.
All the ones we thought were gonna be good were in fact not good, and we have two left.
Don't tell
hamburger
me which.
And hot dog. But here's the problem: I don't know which is which.
I don't either.
And in fact, for the most part, the online reviewers couldn't really discern a difference. And I will save their commentary for after we try this. But let's pick up the one that's pink and yellow. I'm gonna guess this is hot dog because those are generically hot dog.
They smell like putty.
Associated colors. What do you mean they smell like putty?
Like they smell like a slime.
Okay, not a good thing for your food to smell like, by the way.
Okay, ready?
Let's try this one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
It tastes like dog food.
How do you know what dog food tastes like?
I had some at Ella's house.
Ew, that's gross. That's even worse than what we're doing right now, by the way. As your legal guardian, I do not condone that.
Oh, that's the worst. That one might be tied with popcorn.
Wow, so that was very bad. It tasted almost like, Liz, remember when we did the Harry Potter Bean Boozled Jelly Belly thing and there was one that was vomit?
Oh.
Yeah, that tasted a little bit like the puke jelly bean.
My uncle threw up from that.
He did. He threw up right on the table. It was gross.
This just makes me more scared for
All
the
right.
hamburger.
So we have one more, which I guess is hamburger. I don't know. That didn't taste like hot dog. I mean, I guess I got a little hint of a flavor of bread, but I don't want to eat a bread candy corn.
What if I break it in half and smell it?
Well, you can try. I don't think that's going to help. Oh, this is so bad. All right, here we go. The last one. Maybe hamburger. I don't know. Why did we do this?
This is your fault.
I agree.
All right, ready?
I take the blame.
2, 1, go.
Go.
Oh,
Oh.
they do taste the same.
Oh. Okay, I could see why this might be hamburger. It's almost beefy. Oh. I hate that I said that. Oh, ugh. So it's not, I guess the saving grace is it's not as bad as the hot dog one.
Yeah.
Oh, these were very bad. I'm throwing the whole bag away. I'm sorry.
No one's gonna eat these.
I know. I don't like to waste anything, but
these are gross.
I wouldn't inflict this on anyone.
I wouldn't eat any of those. I want to save some and make my friends try it.
All right. Well, that you can do. You can bring them to school tomorrow if you want.
And I'll just be like, I'll just hand them out.
Good grief, that was horrible.
Oh, that was gross.
I don't like that we did that, but it was the first ever edition of Try Hard, and guess what?
Oh, what?
The next time I find something that's kind of gross, we're going to do this again on the next episode of Try Hard 2, Try Harder.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And then the one after will be Try Even Harder?
The one after that will be Try Hard 3, Try Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh, you've got this planned out, don't you?
Yep, and then Try Hard 4, which is also subtitled Live Free or Try Hard.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Good. So until then, I guess we should say, this podcast should reach you in excellent condition, satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. If you've got a question for us, you can write to the address on the label. That's junkfeudpod@gmail.com. Les.
Yeah.
That was so gross. That was such a bad way to end such a good episode.
I know.
But here's the best way to end it. The same way we end every episode, which is...
What?
This podcast has contained your recommended daily allowance of fun.
Fun!
For more, go to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or wherever you choose to be social. Find us at JunkFeudPod. You can stream with us on Twitch, watch fun-size snack reviews on YouTube, buy merch on TeePublic, and fund us on Patreon. That's at JunkFeudPod for exclusive bites. And don't forget to catch all the snaction each and every week wherever you listen to podcasts. Until we see you again, for Alyssa, I'm Mike.
Pasta lasagna.
Don't get any on ya.
Bye!
Blech.
So gross. Those actually tasted like vomit.